Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Faith, and in this video, I'll show you how to convert your WordPress website to a progressive web app instantly. So, if you don't know what a progressive web app is, it's a web app that uses service workers, manifest, and other web platform features in combination with progressive enhancements to give your users, the web users, the feel and experience of a native app. So, with progressive web app, your users can have that installed on their mobile phone and they can access your website using that web app, as well as the web app give your users an offline experience. That means they can access your website without an internet connection. And three, your website would load faster in the progressive web app, and it's also secure, so you don't have to worry about any security issues here. And a lot of benefits as well, including the fact that it's also responsive irrespective of the mobile screen size. So I'm going to drop the link to this particular article here that explains progressive web app in detail. So let's get into the video and do this. So open up your WordPress website, log into your admin panel, and click on plugins, add new. So we are going to make use of a plugin for this, and it's a free plugin, so you don't have to worry about purchasing anything. So just search for super progressive web app here. So super progressive web app. To search for it, it's a free plugin. Okay, here's the plugin. So install this plugin. Click on install now. If you want to read about this plugin, you can click on more details, and here is the website of this particular plugin. It's a free plugin, as I've said earlier on. Nevertheless, they have a pro version which allows you to add more features and functionality to your web app. Okay, so now let's activate the plugin. Sorry. Okay, so the activation process is still ongoing. This should take just a couple of seconds. Okay, here we are. Okay, so upon activating, it's going to just redirect you to the plugins interface where you can set it up. And if it doesn't redirect you there, just check your select navigation menu here and click on Super PWA. Okay, so the first thing you have to set is your application name, then your application short name. So you only have to set your application short name if your application name is more than 15 characters. So your application short name should be a maximum of 15 characters, and enter a brief description of your app. So this is the same as the website description as well. Then you have to select your application icon. So the application icon must be in PNG, and it must be exactly 192 pixels by 192 pixels height and width, so it can fit in properly in the in your user's application list. Now let's click on choose icon. So if you don't have the icon you want to use for your application, you can upload that, or if it's already in your media library, you can easily select it. So let's do this. So clicking on this now and click on select icon. Then we have this splash screen icon. So we are going to choose that as well. It must be in PNG as well, with a dimension of 512 pixels by 512 pixels, both height and width. So choosing that as well. Okay, so select icon. Yeah, so we now have the background color of the splash screen. So let me explain this splash screen for you. If your user opens your app, before your website is being displayed in the app interface, is going to load the splash screen. So in the splash screen will mainly display background color. So that is why it's actually select the background color for your splash screen, and it's also going to display your icon. It's going to center the icon in the interface. So you have to select an icon, and for this background color, whatever background color you want to make use of, you can have that selected. So for the case of this, I'm just going to use white. So I recommend that you actually test the background color that works well with your splash screen icon before you set this. You can have that test in a design tool like Figma or whatever tool you want to make use of to ensure that it fits in properly. So we have the theme color here. So the theme color is just to tint the UI element of your browser and app switcher. So most likely this will just be on your device notification bar. I think that's what we call it. A device notification bar is going to take this particular color. So for this, I would use the this particular color here. So this is the brand color I use on basis of that. So I think the brand color is recommended. Then for the start page, so you have to specify a page that is when a web user opens the app, what page do you want to be loaded first? So most likely your home page, but if you want to open any other page, you can do that. So maybe you want to create a specific page that welcomes them every time. That's also a good alternative. Then we have the offline page. As I said earlier on, the progressive web app gives your user an offline experience. So when they don't have an internet connection and they open the app up, what page do you want to be loaded? So the page that you select now for the offline page will be cached so that when they don't have an internet connection, it will be loaded. So cache means that the file of that particular page will be stored on their device. So when you have an internet connection, it just gets fetched automatically. So that's it. And we have the orientation. So that is the orientation of the app. So do you want it to be portrait or you want it to be um, landscape, or you want it to follow the device orientation that is depending on how the user changes the orientation of this user device. So you can say that. So I think I'll put mine as portrait, but you can also make use of this. It's still good as well. Then we have the display mode. So different display mode are here. I'm not going to go into details about this display mode, but you can click on this here to read more about what each display mode means. But I recommend choosing standalone. And so we have these are marked already. So ensure these status are marked. So if they are not marked, then that means there's a problem. So you can comment in the comments. You can comment if you're experiencing this kind of problem that these three stuff are not being marked. So we can help you out. Then once you are done, don't forget to click on save settings. Okay, so the settings has is now being saved. Okay, so settings saved. Then I'm going to show you something else again. Let's move on to add-ons and features. So this particular plugin here comes with some add-ons that helps you unlock some features. Although most of the add-ons are not free, we have some free ones which we shall make use of. So if you need those premium ones, you can purchase them. You can see these ones are saying upgrade to pro. So for the first one is the cache strategy. So begin to activate this. Okay, so that's been activated. Now I'm going to activate this as well to solve the issue with the iOS devices that occurs with the icons. So I recommend you activate that if you don't even want to activate other add-ons here. Then we also have the sorry, track user visits from app by adding this. So they also have other pro add-ons as you can see. You can read their description. So to not make the video so long, we just skip those. So if you want to track visits to your web app, you can activate this particular add-on as well. Okay, so we are going to go through each of these add-ons one after the other. But before we go through the settings of these add-ons, I'd love us to go to the advanced section here. I think there's something we have to set up there. I can't remember vividly. Okay, okay, yeah. So in this advanced section here, once you activate this plugin and you already did the setup in this area here, once someone visits your website, there will be a pop under telling them to add your website home screen that is install the web app. So if you don't want this notification to show up to your visitors, you can easily click on this to disable that. And we also have app shortcut links. So specify the page to load when the app is launched by shortcut. By shortcut. So I think we should select the home page that is more. And for offline analytics here, if you want to If you are making use of um, Google Analytics and you want to get the you want to track the visitors, that is, those people who visit your website offline, you want to have their activities tracked. You can turn on offline analytics. So I'm not going to explain how that works here. And here, if you don't want to catch, sorry, I said earlier on that this particular the progressive web app gives your user an offline experience. So it does this by catching your your website pages, and this is how it works. Once the visitor, let me say the web user, visits your website while online, each of the pages they visit will be cached into their computer. So that means the files of those pages will be stored locally so that it can be fetched the next time they access it without an internet connection. So if there might be some pages on your website which you don't want to be cached for some reason, like the checkout page, you might not want to catch that to avoid issues with the checkout flow, and some other pages that catching them would result in issues on your website. So you might want to indicate those here. So you write the full URL, and if it's multiple URLs, you separate them with a comma. Okay, so let's click on save settings as well. Now let's go back to the add-ons and features. I think here, add-ons and features. Now let's start with this here. I just have to open all of them in a new tab to save time. Okay. So I'm still waiting for other areas to load. So here you can set the cache strategy type for your website. So you can set it to cache first, then network, or network first, then cache. So I'm going to select network first, then cache. So I'm going to save settings. So if you don't know what this cache strategy means, you can click on this documentation here to read about it. So I won't explain that in this video. But that's the option I'm doing with network first, then cache. Then we have this other one here. I don't think there's really anything to be done here. So let me reload this page for you. Okay, so here we are going to choose the PNG image, that is the icon, splash screen icon. I know where it's stored, so let me just go and get this. Okay, then you can now centralize image with background color. Then for the background color, we are just going to make use of the same because this is the splash screen, so make use of white as well here. So let me just, you can just select white from here, you enter the color code. Now let's click on save settings. Okay, so that's all here, and okay, so it's done now. Now let's set up this UTM tracking. So what this does is it helps you identify users that are browsing your website, that are accessing your website via your web app, via your progressive web app. So if you want to like say the visitors, the number of visitors that are viewing, let me say that are accessing your website via the progressive web app, then you have to set this up. So this will integrate with whatever analytics tool you are using. So if you are using Google Analytics, you can easily see the statistics of people viewing your website, or let me say accessing your website via the web app. So to do this, you have to first set your campaign source. So you can use the default, or you can set yours. Let me just set mine to be like NGS. Let me see a web app to make it easier to recognize in the analytics data. So campaign medium, campaign name, I set it to the same. So these are optional, and if you want to set them, there's no problem. So once you are done, just click on save settings. Okay, so the settings will be saved now. Yeah, so now the settings has been saved, and you have successfully converted your website to a progressive web app this way. So you can test that out by visiting your website on your browser, Chrome browser or Microsoft Edge or whatever browser it is. Check it out, and you'll be prompted to install. You'll be prompted to install the your website as a web app. And if you're on Chrome and you are not prompted, you can just click on the three dots on top, and you see the option called install as app. You might think this is on all website, but not if it's on a website that is not configured. Let me say that it's not converted to a super progressive web app. It's just going to show ads to on screen. But this fact that just is now a super progressive web app, you are going to see it show install as app. So this is the end of this video. If you found it helpful, consider subscribing, like, comment, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have any issue with setting any of these steps, like maybe you got stuck, do not forget to let me know about the issue in the comment section. I'll try to help you out. I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye.